I'm going to start out with AI. Everybody knows that's artificial intelligence, and I just want to point out that AI is alive and well. There have been some developments the past month or so. ChatGPT is a program that's owned by one of Microsoft's companies, I think. It's GPT. You'll probably not remember this any better than I do. It's Generative Pre-trained Transformer. That's what it stands for. The ChatGPT can do the work of yourself in doing all kinds of things, writing an essay, creating a menu, writing music, solving problems. There was a 20-minute program on 60 Minutes last week about ChatGPT and the things it could do. There was an interview on ABC World News last week. One of the things the interview did was to give ChatGPT one of the SAT questions, which happened to be a time and distance problem, which I wouldn't have had any trouble with, but a lot of people would. Time and distance seems to be difficult for most people, but ChatGPT came up with the answer in 10 seconds, I think it was. So it has a lot of skills, and if you Google ChatGPT, that will put you in line for using it, but as I believe that costs money. The Bing browser of Microsoft has ChatGPT available on it. You have to get in line for it, but it doesn't take long to get in line. And it's really amazing what it can do, so it's worth trying. I wanted to mention too that artificial intelligence being alive and well means that so many things today you'll find, or you may not even realize, are AI enabled. So you'll see a few things in what I'm going to talk about that are AI enabled, and there's some that you may not realize that are AI enabled. Anyway, another thing that's interesting is the integration with Alexa. There are more and more applications that integrate Alexa or enable Alexa. I don't use Alexa too much anymore. It's all too easy to use the internet to get your answer to anything. But it is, if you're watching a football game that's being played in St. Louis, it's all too easy to ask Alexa, what's the temperature in St. Louis? And she'll give it to you right away. So the first thing I want to show you is something called Unistellar. It's a telescope. You can see there's a picture of it. It's not all that big, but it does some really interesting things. Let's see here. There's a picture of a guy using it. One of the things it does is what they call smart light pollution reduction. So you can use it even in areas unlike Tucson that don't have the lights darkened at night. So it's able to remove the negative effects of light pollution and allow you to use the telescope. It has something called enhanced vision technology. What the company says, it reveals live, sharp, detailed, high-resolution images in vibrant color of even faint targets. And third, it has autonomous field detection. So you can point it at the sky, any place in the sky, and it will figure out where it is and take you from there to wherever you program it to go to. Anyway, it has those three features: smart light pollution enhanced vision technology and autonomous field detection. Well, in my opinion, it's much too expensive for what it does. I'm going to shut this down. Go back here. The price is $2,000. There are lots of cheaper telescopes that you can get that might not have the light pollution elimination, and it might not find where it is automatically, but I think you get a pretty nice telescope for $500 or $600. So. All right, next thing is Simco, which is a recorder. Well, I was impressed because it's really small. Thickness as a credit card. And I'm not going to play the video, but you can see the size. So only 2 millimeters thick. One touch activation, just press and record. I think most recorders do that. Easy backup, efficient, reliable. Long battery life for 365 days or 240 minutes of continuous recording. So that's pretty impressive. And has high quality. So that's Slimco. And I think I had a price on that. Yeah, $138. So that's, that looks like a deal. I haven't bought one, but it might. I might. Omron is a health company, and they got an award, a CES award, for the things that they're doing. They're listed here. Early detection of heart disease by using blood pressure monitoring, ECG technology. They talked about atrial fibrillation, which is popular in vogue today. So this introduced the upper arm blood pressure monitor with built-in ECG technology, the aim of making daily vital ECG recording routine along with blood pressure measurements. I'm not aware of any upper arm blood pressure monitor that does the same thing, so that seems like an advance. Expansion of digital health as a mobile app analyzes the trends of users' data by using AI technology, notice artificial intelligence, and suggests optimal lifestyle modification programs and other insights. So that's number 2. Number 3, innovation of global remote patient monitoring services. So they say new program is going to be introduced in the UK. It will share vital health data from their homes with their physicians. Allows physicians to monitor physical status and the medication adherence of the patients to improve chronic care. So Omron is moving ahead to try and go to zero, elimination of heart stroke and attack. That would be a remarkable thing to do. So that's Omron. Next, we come to Aromics. And I stopped by the booth. This booth, let's see here, I think we can do this. That's as loud as I can make it. Also do video. I have closed captioning three different views that you sample, and you fill out a questionnaire. The booth that I went to had 3 stations. And the bartender there would put 3 different beers out, one on each poster, and you would sample each one, and you'd use an iPad station to answer questions as you sample each beer. And the result of that is to receive your personalized AI, again, artificial intelligence, generated list of beer recommendations. And they give you a coupon for a free pint of your recommended beer, only at the beer park at Paris, Las Vegas. So it was something very different. I've never seen anything like that. So you sample the 3 beers and you fill out the questionnaire. I didn't do that. Not that I don't like beer, do, but I didn't do that. Anyway, so that's a different idea. Next is printer. So this is a temporary tattoo device, a little box that you just run down your skin, and it applies a tattoo. You can choose the tattoo from a big choice, or you can create your own. There are thousands of designs that you can choose from. And easily erasable. Now, I wasn't able to determine how you erase it, but they say it's non-permanent, so I assume it is. So how does it work? So you find the tattoo you want to do, you send it to the unit. This little box here, you can see it's about twice as large as a hand. And then you just run it up your arm or your leg or your shoulder, wherever you want the tattoo, and it prints it. I thought that was kind of clever. I'm not a tattoo fan, but a lot of people are. And that's $229. Next is Withings U-Scan. Withings is generally a health company.
How does this weird stone bath mat help prevent slips?
Do you hate stepping out of the shower into a puddle of filthy bacteria?
My job's weird.
I'm going to turn on the closed captioning so you can't hear it, but at least you'll be able to read that.
One of the most interesting gadgets that has shown up here at CES is Withings U-Scan. Now, this is a urine analyzer from the front.
Can you hear that? Can everybody hear that?
Yes, I heard it was a urine scanner.
French
Okay.
health tech
Well, we'll
company,
go.
and it promises to do to urine and urine analysis what it's been doing to smartwatches and weighing scales for the past few years. And we're here at a suite in a Las Vegas hotel, and I'm going to be one of the first people to test it. Now, U-Scan is a urine analysis device, and inside this clamshell body is a series of microfluidic assays. Now, how it works is that this hangs a little bit like an air freshener on the front of your toilet, and then when you feel the need to go, you will do your business on the front. The liquid will fall down the front of the lid, and at the bottom here is a little inlet. When it detects the presence of fluid, the inlet will open and draw in a small sample, which it will then run through one of any number of sort of reaction paper assays. This will then be run in front of an infrared scanner, and then the conclusions that it draws will be sent over via Wi-Fi, I believe, to the Withings HealthMate app, where it will then offer you conclusions about, well, any number of things. Now, in this example, the company is showing off its NutriBalance cartridge. Now, this is one of 2 that it's planning to launch at some point this year, the other one being for menstruation cycle tracking. This one is designed specifically to look at the specific gravity of your urine and also the pH of your urine, And from there, its designers say that it will be able to make certain conclusions or draw certain conclusions about the acidity of your diet, whether you're eating a meat-heavy diet. Obviously, if it's more sort of pH neutral or alkaline, then you're eating a more vegetable-heavy diet. And then in terms of the specific gravity, it will be able to talk about your hydration levels and whether you're drinking enough water throughout the day. Interestingly enough, it turns out I'm going to be the first person outside of Withings to try it. And interestingly enough, everyone who uses it will need to sit down in order to try it out. And this will be the case for end users as well. You will need to sit down to pee on the device. Now, you'll have to...
I think that's enough of that. You get the idea. I did not try it. In fact, nobody tried it at CES. It was not something you could try. He may have tried it in the Las Vegas hotel, but nobody else did. And I don't know anything about the price. This is a pillow that's supposed to make you feel more comfortable. Let's see.
Another year, another CES. And as always, before the main show, we're here at CES Unveiled 2023. And at this booth, we're checking out the Fufuli, which is the latest cushion toy from UK Engineering. And I kind of want one. So the idea behind this Fufuli is that it's a pulsating cushion. So apparently, if you're hugging onto something or someone that has this breathing pattern, the two of you would eventually synchronize. So by holding onto the Fufuli, you would eventually feel a bit less stressful. So it reduces your anxiety. And in fact, when I tried this earlier in a quiet room, I could even hear some like a cat purring noise, but I was told that this was not intentional, so I was definitely hearing some mechanical noise inside it, but it's quite pleasant. You can tell by the shape that it's like a thought bubble, so supposedly it reminds you of air. So
I think that's enough of that. I did not try that, although I saw it. This is kind of interesting. It's called Rise Arrow. And let's see if we can put that in. There are 3 videos here. And do this one. So you can see it's like a drone, but it has more powerful motors on it. Company says that anyone can fly this device, regardless of skill level or pilot certification. And they say that Rise apparently is going to conduct numerous public flights and demonstrations, enabling several enhancements to its capabilities and limitations. So interesting, a low learning curve for the pilot. Looks like it's pretty simple to do. You just turn it on and use a stick to control vertical and horizontal movement, distributed by a company called Electric Propulsion, which uses an artificial intelligence system and enhanced battery pack capability. So that's kind of interesting. I thought it was anyway. I did not see the demonstration. They did that outside of one of the parking lots, or maybe someplace else. And I don't know what the price is on that. I don't imagine that's fairly expensive. LG, everybody knows.
I'm a New York hotel. I'm looking for someone who needs a weekend in the city. You hungry? I know a place. It's the city that never sleeps. But hey, if you need a last minute spot, I got you covered.
BK, have it your way.
Hey, what's up? I made it to CES 2023 and there's so much amazing tech that I can't wait to show you. We have a lot to see, so sit back, relax, and let's check it out. Robot lawnmowers are kind of getting crazy, and this one from EcoFlow really stood out. You can actually attach a... This surprised me and is one of my favorite things from CES. It's just so fast and accurate. But what about the kitchen? Well, Ring's new car cam actually has two inside camera that will pull you over. So you don't block my view, but if you can see past that, it's a cool little camera. It wouldn't be CES without some strange VR that makes you question the future of humanity. I almost felt out of place walking around CES with just my normal eyes. This headset called MuTalk is a soundproof Bluetooth microphone. It's designed to muffle your screams, and I wish this was a joke, but this is really what it's for. It will do it for you. Nala is a feature in Nanoleaf's new Sense Plus switches as well. The thing that literally sticks out the most is the scroll wheel to dim the lights. It's definitely easy to use, but only if you can get your spouse on board with the design. LG's booth is always intense. They had this expanded screen experience that was trippy and made me feel dizzy. Too real, LG, take it easy. Plus, of course, TVs galore, with one in particular standing out as the world's first wireless OLED TV. Well, it still has a plug for power, but the signal is beamed wirelessly to the TV from this little box, which you can plug your HDMI devices and all of that into. The image transmitted and displayed on the 97-inch OLED TV is incredible. I could see this wireless TV being useful somewhere like above a fireplace where only an outlet is available. Mosquitoes love me, so I knew I had to try out this next device. It's called...
So that's what I wanted to show you. A 97-inch wireless OLED TV by LG. And I don't know any price. There's no price has been announced yet. But it certainly is impressive. So no wires between the little box and the TV. The only wire being the outlet for the box. And so that's certainly different. We'll look at my photos in a little bit. The box here is next. Biometric health collar for dogs. It says between 10 and 20% of dogs are either at risk or already suffer from difficult to diagnose health conditions. Some breeds are predisposed to disease. These conditions can impact many dogs as they grow older. Thus, measure for preventive care and monitoring that dogs is monitoring heart and respiration rate. So that's what this collar is all about. That's what the collar looks like. Not only monitor your dog's health over the long term, but enable you to take preventive action before it's too late, while keeping an eye on your dog's GPS location. So that's part of it too. So there's health tracking. Activity tracking. The tie your phone into the collar and it tells where your dog is through the physical activity. So if the dog is gone to sleep someplace else and you don't want him, you want him to be walking around and stuff, well, this will tell you that. And track their meals, sleep quality, scratching and barking. So know where your dog is at all times when they're not by your side. Be notified in real time if the dog leaves predefined areas like the yard. You can define the area. So I've seen devices like this in past CESs, but nothing quite as sophisticated as this. So if your dog runs or gets lost, don't worry about the battery. Go weeks between recharging. So I guess if it goes away for more than a couple of weeks while you're in trouble, but otherwise you're all right. Connected dog collar to use LTE-M. That's what it uses if you don't have internet, you don't have Wi-Fi available where the dog is. They use device, and so there's a SIM card, and it connects to the telephone system using LTE, cutting edge technology. So that's Inboxia. Kind of interesting. Attractive, might be attractive if you have a dog. EcoFlow mower.
All right, I'm here at the EcoFlow booth, and I've talked about the
23 with EcoFlow, and let's take a look at some of the latest and greatest innovations that EcoFlow is bringing to the market, starting with our brand new EcoFlow Blade robotic lawn mower. Now, it's not just a mower, it's also a lawn sweeper. So you see this very complicated, like Mars rover looking machine. It designed this way for different purposes. First of all, unlike many traditional lawnmower, robotic lawn mowers, it doesn't need a wire that goes on a perimeter of your grass lawn. You can do it all digitally, just controlling it like an RC car once, showing it around your lawn, and then it will remember its location, remember its base location, and do all the job for you fully autonomously. You would ask why the front wheels look so strange, why they're going inside. Now the reason being is that with this type of design, you can make a very tight U-turns, not missing even a single spot on a ground, on a lawn that is uncut. And we call this Omni wheels. It's basically, essentially what it is, it's a rollers on top of the wheels. So it's wheels on top of the wheels. What else is interesting is this sweeping kit. So you can have it with or without sweeping kit. And this sweeping kit will allow you to collect all the leaves or all whatever else you have on the ground and put it in this compartment. So it's very easy. You can come see from this side, there are electric brushes inside of it that are sweeping in all the trash or all the leaves from your lawn. Another great piece of our EcoFlow ecosystem is the Wave 2. It's the second generation of portable air conditioner, and this time
Well, that's EcoFlow mower. There were several automatic lawn mowers. This is one of them. This one actually does sweeping, pull up the leaves. When I was in Indianapolis and had to worry about that, which I don't here anymore, I had a kind of a sweeper, but it wasn't mechanized at all. You just pushed it around and it swept the leaves into a big basket. So that'd probably be a lot more economical than easy flow mower. However, that device that I had didn't mow very long. It just cleaned up the leaves. This next one is a couple of things from one of the things that Ken sends out, the technology devices. So this is a birdhouse that has, looks like one of the doorbells installed inside the birdhouse. And let's see, an article in one of the publications, Bird Buddy is what it's called, on real-time experiences directly with birds out in nature. Following a digital presence in 2022, the Bird Buddy team will fully demonstrate how their smart bird feeder is reconnecting people with nature. Bird Buddy has developed its smart bird feeder with groundbreaking AI. There we go again. That snaps and recognizes over 1,000 bird species, sending notifications of joy, I don't know about that, to the user through the Bird Buddy app. 100,000, they say, 100,000 units now in use across the world. Unity is generating high levels of scientific data used by conservationists on an hourly basis. So it's be introduced in the United States in 2023. So that was kind of interesting. Let me get rid of this. I don't want to join that. I have to give them my email, I guess, to get rid of it. Decline. That's what I want to do. Go to the next one. We'll have a cardio mobile a little bit later. These are electric skates. Let's see, can we run this? Yeah, I think. Well, I think this is a video, but I guess not. Yeah, let me give up on that. Attachments. Anyway, the electric skates, you can see they're roller skates, but they're motorized to a certain extent. There was a kind of a video of that at the beginning of this. We're going to actually show it. Yeah. So there's a guy using the electric skates. I don't know what they provide in way of propulsion. I guess you wouldn't want it too much, otherwise the skates would drop from underneath you. Anyway, cardiomobile. I was impressed with this. So this is a blood pressure device. So that's what it looks like. It works with your cell phone, with an app on your cell phone. And all you do is put either your thumbs or your index fingers on the two corners of this device. And through the cell phone itself, you start a test. It runs 30 seconds. And it creates a digital EKG. And what's nice is you can get that reviewed by a clinician if you want. You don't have to. It also keeps a history. The phone keeps a history of these so that your doctor or clinician can review the successive ones and see what has transpired over time. I was so impressed with this, I bought one. It's only $79, and it works great. I would have demonstrated it to you here, but it takes a third hand. You got to have somebody holding the phone in order to start the process. And of course, you have to put your fingers on the card. And you got to have a third person taking a photo of it. So I didn't do that. But let's see, let me get out of this. And I guess you can see me. Here's what it looks like. It's not big at all. There we go. Oops. Hard for me to move this in the right place. So it's credit card size, and its battery lasts for quite a while. I was interested in what types of irregularities it can detect. So atrial fibrillation, that's certainly an important one. Brachycardia, Ken would know what that is. The text says it's a condition where your heart rate is slower than average, typically lasts less than 60 beats per minute. Tachycardia, that would be the opposite, where it's faster than normal. Sinus rhythm with premature ventricular contractions. So it says they originate in the bottom of the heart, usually beats sooner than the next expected heartbeat. And the sinus rhythm with wide QRS. I have no idea what that is. And the text says that a QRS occurs when a segment of your EKG is wider than expected. Wide QRS may indicate a bundle branch block, which occurs when there's a delay in the electrical signals traveling along the bottom of the heart, causing it to contract later than it would. And last, sinus rhythm with supraventricular ectopy. So that's that. I thought that was kind of interesting. I was so interested in it, I bought it. Number X. So their tagline is, enjoy your own private cloud. Let's see, how do I get this big?
The cloud is a great way to keep all your photos. Wondered where your files are actually going? Who has access to your data? And by quickly accepting the privacy policies you didn't actually read, you may have actually allowed these big corporations to use and sell your data. And they're charging you a monthly fee to do it. Introducing AmberX, your own smart, secure, private cloud. AmberX stores all your files on a local device that easily connects to your home network. It automatically backs up your photos, videos, and digital documents from anywhere in the world. With 500 gigabytes of internal storage, you'll have room for your whole family's files. If you need more, easily expand by plugging in an external USB hard drive. And best of all your files are accessible from any device, anywhere. But unlike ordinary cloud services, you never have to worry about the security of your files.
Hello, credit card. You took a picture of it.
Plus, your photos and videos will never be compressed into lower resolutions. AmberX uses on-device AI to auto-magically organize your photos and videos by people, places, and things, helping you declutter your digital life. With AmberX, your data is safely stored in the privacy of your home, with all the convenience of the cloud to access it anywhere. Fully automated, no monthly fees, total privacy, and next-level cybersecurity.
So that's kind of interesting. They sent me one of these to review. Let's see if I can get this up here. Yeah, it's hard to show. It's about 5 by 5 and maybe an inch thick. And you set it up by connecting it with your network, like some other devices do. And of course, you don't have to pay any services. And, it seems to work pretty well. I used it for a while, but I'm too lazy to use this, and I can use everybody else's cloud just as easily. Anyway, that's AmberX. And their tagline is easy in, easy out, sync, organize, and share. They emphasize privacy as a significant advantage. Going to the end here, spring. So this is a compression device that fits on the lower leg. I've got a video down here. Like this.
Whether you are recovering from leg day or stuck on a long flight, aching legs suck. Let's talk about how this happens. When we work out, small microscopic tears occur in the muscle tissue and lactic acid builds up. But for your muscles to repair and recover quickly, we need to flush out the lactic acid and usher in clean, fresh, nutrient-filled blood. Working out on poorly recovered muscles leads to poor performance as well as injury. Also, if you spend a ton of time sitting or standing, fluid starts pooling in your lower extremities. The pooling blood eventually causes pain, swelling, as well as other ailments like varicose veins. We were tired of achy legs, swollen feet, and super long recovery times. This is why we created Spring, a portable smart compression wrap that relieves muscle pain, improves circulation, and feels amazing. Oh, and did we mention it only takes 15 minutes? Spring uses a patented wave pattern to massage your calf muscle, flush out lactic acid, and push pooled blood back into circulation. This doesn't just benefit your calves. Targeted compression affects your whole body and even increases athletic, physical, and cognitive performance. Thanks to improved circulation, you will enjoy faster recovery time, enhanced performance, and less fatigue throughout your entire body. Spring is easy to use. Simply wrap, activate, and relax. 3 intensity settings and 2 compression patterns let you choose the intensity of your compression and method of recovery. No wires, no tubes, Spring is compact and portable, making it the perfect travel companion for long flights or road trips. Bring it with you wherever you go. Whether you just finished leg day, buckled in for a long flight, or spend the day on your feet, Spring is the perfect way to rest, recover, and reach a higher level of performance.
Well, that's certainly kind of different. I've never seen anybody wearing one of these, even at CES. I didn't see it, although there must have been some. Their info sheet says optimal graduated compression, specifically designed to reach enhanced pressure levels of 250 millimeters of mercury. Removable inner layer, and your apps on iOS and Android. That it might well be advantageous if you're taking a long flight. But there's another answer to this, and that is to get up and walk around frequently. Then you don't have the danger of blood clots. So that's Spring. Just wanted to mention, although I don't have anything to show about it, gaming was a big theme throughout a lot of these. Gaming by adults is big anymore. It used to be mainly for kids, but now it's graduated to the adult stage. And the items for which items which were designed to improve gaming were monitors, computers, mice, and the games themselves to make it easier and better for the players. So, and last, I have the Lenovo laptop, and I have to.
New ride? Yep, we're cruising in style with Verizon Home Internet. Got it for just $25 a month. No hidden fees, no surprise price hikes, no annual contracts. That's it. I'm ditching cable.
Switch to Verizon Home Internet. Plan started just
A screen that can fold, a screen that can slide, a screen that can do both. Samsung Display was one of the many companies I saw last week of manipulating 3D models with a wand. Certainly at the top of my list for real-world testing when it comes out this spring. Lenovo has been keeping it with. Hey, this qualifies. It's not my favorite laptop from CES, stay tuned, but it's certainly at the top of my list for real-world testing when it comes out this spring. Lenovo has been keeping it weird at trade shows ever since I started going to them, and its YogaBook 9i keeps that legacy going. What starts as a typical-looking laptop opens to reveal not one, but two 2.8K touchscreens, one of which becomes a keyboard and trackpad, complete with haptics. If you're thinking that's a terrible tactile trade-off just to get more screen area, well, not to worry. The 9i comes with a Bluetooth keyboard in the box, tucked away inside a protective case that unfolds, origami style, to become a stand. That lets you prop up the PC in either landscape or portrait and let Windows 11 spread out on dual 13.3-inch OLEDs, either waterfalling a single program across both displays or, more usefully in my opinion, running multiple apps side by side. If this is giving you flashbacks to Lenovo's foldable PCs, well, that's understandable. And if those flashbacks are none too pleasant, well, that makes sense too. The first ThinkPad X1 Fold was a disappointment because it was built for laptops that might just break your brain. This is the stuff that stuck with me.
Okay, so that's an interesting product. I don't know what the price is. They have Lenovo Yoga tablets on Amazon, for example, but I don't see any that have the features that you just saw. I'm guessing the price is $2,000 or $2,500. It's a pretty slick device, I think. And let's see, we can look a little bit. I think it's a few pictures here. There are my pictures. There we go, no photos. So you may or may not be interested in all of these, but let's see if I can expand this. This is the line waiting to get into Unveiled, which is the first press event of the week. And I don't know how many people were waiting in line there, but there was a lot. Same thing here. I wasn't willing to wait in line. I just sat on a seat over to the side and then kind of merged with the crowd when they started to go in. Unveiled is usually primarily startups, and there are a lot of Chinese companies in there. And so that's what's interesting. You get to see a lot of interesting new stuff. I can't say anything about that. I took a picture because I thought it was new and different. Looks like an Indy car. I went to the TCL press conference and I took a picture of two of their screens because I thought they were interesting. They call it quantum dot technology. It seems like every company has a different name for their display technology that makes it better. So enhanced color and high bright display. I guess I missed that. There's another. This is the entrance to the LG booth. You can see down here at the bottom, we're looking into the booth underneath this display. So each one of these is a television set, third television set, and they put these together and create a stunning visual. Wait just a minute as it changes. There are 2 or 4 different themes. Each of which is in motion. I think that's about it. See, they're attracting a lot of attention. A lot of people taking pictures, videos of this as I did. Let's move on. And I don't know what that is. So, I don't remember what that is either. You can see a lot of people. This is the first year for the last 3 years that there's been high attendance at CES. I took a picture of this because I thought the not owned by Jeff Bezos was unusual. It's not USPS, it's Rollo, which I never heard of before. But that's my 7.5 show. but they had a fairly large display there, and it's not owned by Jeff Bezos. That was their scheduling application, how you could send something at a given time to a given place, various price points. This was a video of the main hall in Central Hall, give you an idea of what the various booths look like and how many people were there. I marvel at some of these booths. They have I believe it's a week or 5 days to set up their booth. And these large booths like LG and Panasonic, TCL, and so on, it must take the full 5 days to set the thing up. There's a lot of stuff to put together for them. This was some sort of a delay. I think display. I think there was taking apart water and creating hydrogen and oxygen from it. I don't know who did that or more. Box is an accumulator. They buy up other companies, enhance their products, and market them. They've been very successful in doing that. Now, this is TCL's booth. Not much you can tell by that. Micro LED. And another this was one of the first events where I think that's your showstopper, where they had 100 or so vendors, and you just wander around. Showstopper usually has pretty good food. They're specialized in Chinese food, and it's very unusual. You can see some of the vendors and how big their booths are. I don't know what that is. Good Wagoneer. So that was a Jeep product with Alexa and Fire TV. So that was the Alexa integration. That's the thing that we would have. This was a self-moving device that can carry things from one place to another, whether it be a meal or an object or deliver something from one place to another.
Like a kitchen counter might not you need for a short term.
Very different. These are 3D printers. 3D printer industry has developed a lot. Faster and more agile, more able to produce more things with different materials, and the price has come down somewhat. These are examples of things made by 3D printers. I think these are all 3D printers also. They had a whole wall for them. This was the aerobics booth with the 3 samples of beer that you could try. And my friendly bartender. And this booth was comfort chairs. You can see them in the background. And you can see them in the background here. I think these devices in the center on the sides are intended to relax your legs or your feet. The main part of the booth was the comfort chairs. You've been probably seen those in various places. Like this. I don't know that they ever sold any of these, but they could probably take orders for them. Here's in Rockfield, the dog collar deal. This was down on the main floor. They have several hundred vendor. They're not really booths, they're desks And you can get an idea here. These are mostly startups, and they could be from China, they could be from Taiwan, to many other places as well. You can best scalp care ever is sharing company with ultra compact Raster monograph for on-site measurement and immersive experience with descent. So a lot of different things there. It's impossible to see more than a few of these. It's very crowded. And whenever there's a booth where there's something really interesting, other people crowd around, and unless you want to wait until everybody goes away, you can't get much out of it. There's Israel, so that's another section. The booths are sectioned by country, so that helps.